Kazakhstan, Viktoriya Grafeyeva.
So into the arena is Kazakhstan's number 5 seed, Viktoriya Grafeyeva, over into the red corner, where she's getting that head guard adjusted ahead of this gold medal bout.
Into the blue corner and representing the Russian Federation, Nune
Her opponent is the tournament number 3 seed, Nune ASATRIAN of Russia. And these two powerhouse IBA boxing nations, each sending 5 boxers through to the gold medal bout. And here they're facing off for 60kg lightweight gold. So Viktoriya Grafeyeva of Kazakhstan, 23 years of age, the reigning Asian continental champion at 60 kilograms, the tournament number 5 seed. And her opponent is the tournament number 3 seed, reigning European continental silver medalist, after coming away with 2nd place on the podium here in Belgrade last year. 8-time national champion, having claimed her most recent national title last year to be a reigning champion. No stranger to World Championship finals is Nune ASATRIAN, because in the 2018 World Youth Championships, she lost to a certain Caroline Dubois, who's now an undefeated professional. So Ms. Bodkoeva of Kyrgyzstan, the referee.
Seconds out, round 1.
This gold medal bout is a contest between the boxers from the powerhouse IBA nations of Kazakhstan and Russia. Each of these nations sending full-strength teams with a boxer in each of the 12 weight classes. And it's a blistering start by both boxers. Slightly taller figure, wearing red, is Kazakhstan's Viktoriya Grafeyeva. And the woman wearing blue, who is bustling her way forwards, looking to close the distance on quick feed to land with scything bent-arm punches at mid and short range, is Nune ASATRIAN. Each of them coming with glittering credentials in their IBA boxing careers so far. The taller figure wearing blue is the reigning Asian champion, having claimed that title last year in Chiang Mai in Thailand. And the woman wearing blue, who's looking to counter with that left jab, is the European Championship silver medalist from the 2024 edition in Belgrade here in Serbia last year. Well, it's an all-action start by both boxers. Grafeyeva seeking to use the space of the boxing ring. She's a wonderful mover, able to glide laterally both clockwise and counterclockwise. And did you see that move after she changed from moving left to moving right and just fed her opponent a nudging little right hand on the inside, as Grafeyeva looking for straight shots at mid-range to the body of her taller opponent. Clever punch-picking with straight shots fight by Grafeyeva against the on-rushing ASATRIAN. Good right hand to the body driven in by ASATRIAN. And it's a long, lean torso. That's a jolting left jab and a right hand over the top from ASATRIAN. Terrific portion of the round for her. So to extend it by darting a jab to the body. Right hand lead downstairs landed by the boxer in blue. Rushes ASATRIAN, as Grafeyeva just looking to peck and poke away with feather-light straight punches upstairs. Roundhouse right, not too far away from Grafeyeva. So ASATRIAN really does possess quick feet and can go from out of range to within punching range in an instant. But Grafeyeva takes a good right hand to the body there, does Grafeyeva, because ASATRIAN turned the palm upwards and landed it beneath her left elbow. Both boxers looking to work at close quarters. Grafeyeva peppering her opponent with that jab. The high-held gloves deflecting some of the shots, but look at that. Double left hook, body and head. And that little interlude, perhaps the contest in microcosm, because ASATRIAN, oh, that's a punishing left jab once again from ASATRIAN. Right hand which followed with off the mark. Then a double jab, followed by a left hook upstairs from ASATRIAN. So Grafeyeva with the volume of punches, lighter, but the heavier leather being unloaded by Nune ASATRIAN in an action-packed opening round of boxing. Back and forth affair where both boxers enjoyed success, but the double hook to body and head from Nune ASATRIAN was notable. And I happen to think that her heavier scoring punches and her variety were enough to take that round here. Grafeyeva was certainly in the round, but in the final 20 seconds or so, it was ASATRIAN who, for my money, just was able to land shots like that. Terrific first 3 minutes of boxing. How did the 5 scoring judges see it? So not able to bring you the live scores after that first round. We'll update you just as soon as we receive them. But it's a brisk start to the second round, as ASATRIAN out behind a sharp-shooting left jab, and again able to step in range and let go bent-on punches to both body and head. Grafeyeva looking to control the gap with volume, but look at ASATRIAN getting inside. She was put on the end of a long, strong right cross there by Grafeyeva. ASATRIAN just caught against the ropes momentarily, and a stiff right cross came down on a steep trajectory to tag her cleanly. But look at the volume, non-stop punching from Grafeyeva. ASATRIAN again pushing off that back foot to score the jab to the body. The glancing right hand upstairs followed after another jab to the body. Solid left jab in response from ASATRIAN in response to the punches that had just been touched out by Grafeyeva as she's pressing leather. Another solid left jab. So again, this could bring into the equation, what do the judges prefer? Is it the non-stop feather light punching of Grafeyeva, or the less frequent but altogether heavier, more potent punching of ASATRIAN? Because remember, for a punch to be considered a scoring shot, he has to land with sufficient force. Here's a lovely left jab during that exchange from Grafeyeva after ASATRIAN landed a right hand around the body. But again, terrific conditioning being demonstrated, because Grafeyeva has not stopped punching during the course of this second round. And for ASATRIAN, even though she's not putting much on the punches, Grafeyeva, this must be like boxing in a blizzard, because the leather is non-stop as it just keeps being pressed out by Grafeyeva, blurring the vision, and on occasion perhaps blinding ASATRIAN. It's disruptive, it's a nuisance, it's annoying, and Grafeyeva hasn't been able to set her feet to land as effectively. Look at that as she ran into two straight punches while looking for her own offense. This is a remarkable display by Viktoria Grafeyeva, because her punch output has been non-stop. There she takes a stiff left jab from ASATRIAN. And it's almost like being slowed down and worn out by 1,000 pinpricks here from Grafeyeva in this second round, because her hands always moving. Another right cross gets through as ASATRIAN inaccurate with the left hand. I think a mouthpiece has come out, and that is from the exhalations of ASATRIAN. Well, I think time should have been called here. Time should have been called, so 10-second clapper shouldn't have sounded just yet. So after the rinse and reinsertion of the gum shield, the action resumes. ASATRIAN not too far away with a treble left jab. There is the genuine 10-second clapper after the false start a few moments ago. So issues surrounding the duration of the round, notwithstanding a terrific round of boxing in that second frame. Now, from Grafeyeva's point of view, despite her punch output, were they landed with sufficient force to be considered scoring punches? Because in many instances she was pressing leather and just touching her opponent. But the punches must be landed with sufficient force to be considered scoring shots. So let's take a look. Remember, at the scores, weren't able to bring you the scores after the first round. Perhaps there's an issue. Well, it's a clean sweep of the cards for Asatrian in the second round, which means that she took the first round on a 4-1 split. So despite Grafeyeva really going for it in the second with increased activity, it hasn't been rewarded by any of the 5 scoring judges.
Seconds out, third and final round.
So as we move into the third and final round, Viktoriya Grafeyeva, the tournament number 5 seed wearing red for Kazakhstan, finds herself facing something of an uphill struggle, because we weren't able to, she only took the first round, she lost the first round on a 4-1 split. In the second round, as she takes a right hand around the corner, which was loaded with leverage. The second round, she was outpointed unanimously, and we can only conclude that the judges have decided, as Asatrian lands with a solid left hand, that the leather that she was pushing out wasn't landed with, the shots weren't landed with sufficient force to be considered scoring punches. Good shot to the body from Asatrian. So nothing wrong with the conditioning of Grafeyeva, but surely if they've seen the scorecards, the Kazakhstan corner will have told the boxer she takes a right hand over the top, and a beautiful right hand to the body from Asatrian. But Grafeyeva will probably be told she's got to put more on her punches, because this clearly isn't getting it done, because they're catching the gloves. Solid left jab, twice in quick succession from Grafeyeva. But she has got to do more with her shots. Remember, these nations sending more finalists to the final day of action than any other nations. 5 finalists apiece representing Russia and Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan have won the 2 finals that they've contested so far. So, minute and change remaining in this final round. And again, I'm just not sure there's been a sufficient enough change from Grafeyeva, because she's landing plenty. There was a little more pop on the punches as she caught the advancing Asatrian. But just touching your opponent, clearly not enough to impress the judges. And look at that in contrast. A single jab from Asatrian has probably negated all of the leather that was being pushed out by Grafeyeva over the previous seconds. And then bent arm successes on the inside from Asatrian once again. Grafeyeva has put forth a spirited performance, but the tactics and the strategy not impressing the judges. Left hand was on the belt line from Asatrian. No complaints from Grafeyeva. So winging away with hooks, and that's a beautiful left hand to the body, right hand over the top from Asatrian. And right hand, left hand, right hand to end the combination and the contest from Nune Asatrian. And she marched back to her corner with both arms raised, because she is clearly of the opinion that she has done enough to claim World Championship gold here. And it's an opinion that I'm inclined to share, because the first round saw her take it on a 4-1 split. Grafeyeva increased her volume in the second round, but was outscored unanimously. And the third and final round, I think, was much of the same. The greater volume of punches coming from Grafeyeva, but the more potent punching coming from Asatrian in blue of Russia. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecards where we have a unanimous decision in favor of your winner and now gold medal champion. In the blue corner,
Nune ASATRIAN blinking back, tears of joy, having been declared a unanimous point decision victor, which sees her crowned as the 2025 IBA World Champion here at the Chad Arena in Niš, Serbia. And Serbia clearly a happy hunting ground for the 23-year-old, because last year in the Serbian capital of Belgrade, she came away with Continental European Championship silver. But here, on the grandest stage of all, the IBA World Championships, Nune ASATRIAN has used heavy, accurate, potent punch picking to unanimously outpoint the tournament number 5 seed Viktoriyya GRAFEYEVA, and the Asian Continental Champion comes away with World Championship silver. But she knew en route back to the corner after the final bell that she had done enough to earn her first world title in this, her first appearance at a senior IBA World Championships. The woman who took World Youth silver back in 2018 after being outpointed by the then imperious Caroline Dubois of Great Britain. Here, in her first senior appearance,